In 1999, Breakthrough's founder, Malika Dutt, saw a problem. People in her field, women's human rights, talked about domestic violence. People in everyday life in India did not. Domestic violence was epidemic, yet considered private. How to bring it into public conversation? Pop music. Breakthrough's first project was the album and video Man Ki Manjari. Its title song, the story of a woman who leaves an abusive marriage and becomes a truck driver. It swept charts and awards worldwide and, for the first time in India, engaged mass audiences on the impact of domestic violence and the shared responsibility to end it. We are building a global breakthrough generation millions strong, made of men and women taking action to change the societal norms that enable violence and discrimination against women and girls. This might be as simple as challenging friends who make sexist remarks, or as broad as committing to gender parity in one's company or government. Taking our proven strategies to scale, we will build a global digital headquarters to grow and house this movement, provide digital and real-life tools for change, forge game-changing partnerships with leaders in entertainment, sports, government, business, technology, and culture, and create leadership programs in communities and institutions worldwide. We are in the business of deep, broad, sustainable culture change. To protect women's rights, we do need effective laws, courts, and cops. But Breakthrough does more than improve society's response to violence. Our long-term impact is to reduce and prevent violence, upholding the safety and dignity of all. With men as leaders and partners, we position the rights and safety of women and girls as everyone's concern, and as goals from which everyone benefits. When women are valued, individuals, families, neighborhoods, and nations prosper. Breakthrough has a unique formula for communicating the timeless values of human rights in innovative, accessible, relevant, and actionable ways. We use rigorous research, outside-the-box partnerships, provocative multimedia products, and staff expertise across continents to reach beyond the choir for maximum scale and impact. Breakthrough succeeds when we change individual, community, and institutional attitudes and actions. This reduces violence and builds long-term culture change. Our Bell Bajao, Ring the Bell campaign in India, which calls on men to challenge domestic violence, has measurably increased the numbers of people who take action, seek help, know their rights, and see violence prevention as everyone's responsibility. We succeed when we infuse mass culture with new ideas, norms, and calls to action. More than 130 million people in India alone saw our Bell Bajao ads. The ads, which depict men ringing doorbells to interrupt violence, have also been adapted from China to Canada. We succeed when arbiters of cultural impact recognize our work with honors such as the Cannes Silver Lion, MTV Video Awards, and more. The terms human rights and violence against women often conjure grim images of war crimes, faraway oppressions, problems too large or alien for regular people to solve. But Breakthrough believes that human rights start at home, when we bring the values of dignity and equality into our everyday interactions. Likewise, we're not about blaming and shaming. Breakthrough is about solutions. We're about recognizing and celebrating our shared rights, humanity, and vision for a safer world for all. Our initiatives have successfully framed violence against women as everyone's issue, involving men as partners, not perpetrators. Our Bell Bajao campaign has shown millions that they have the power to end violence right at their fingertips. We've trained thousands of police, service providers, and government actors in India and beyond to protect women's rights. We've trained cricket coaches to mentor players of India's biggest sport to respect girls and promote equality. Our short films, dramatic and satirical, have rallied huge new audiences to challenge violence against immigrant women and put their rights on the national agenda of the United States. Our goal of long-term culture change is our strength and also our challenge. The challenge is that long-term culture change is not readily communicated in concrete numbers, such as homes built or animals rescued. And especially when it comes to violence against women, potential supporters might expect to understand impact in terms of shelters built, laws passed, and other short-term statistics. That said, once they shift their assumptions and understand the concept of concrete actions and interventions for massive, meaningful, long-term change, they get it. And that's our strength, that we inspire actions and commitments today that seed transformation for tomorrow and future generations. We hear often from men who join us because they saw their own mothers abused and want to break the cycle. We know that witnessing violence in the home is the primary predictor of violence in the next generation. We include the impact of violence on children and the resulting vicious cycles as an element of all of our initiatives. Additional resources would help us develop game-changing projects aimed specifically at breaking those cycles earlier and once and for all. We take pride in and deliver impact with our open-source approach to movement building. Additional resources would enable us to build a formal global leadership network for the breakthrough generation, with representatives in every major country, strength in even greater numbers and deeper collaboration, and the unstoppable power to make violence against women unacceptable in our lifetime and forever.